Hello, everybody. Welcome back into more Outer Wilds. I finally feel like I am making progress. So much happened in the last episode. We have discovered so much about the universe, but also, well, not the universe. That's kind of what I think the end goal is to discover more about the universe. But about this galaxy and the story, this story in particular, we have learned a lot, and there's still a lot to go. One of the most important parts of the last episode was that we have learned the rule of quantum imaging, and that means I can finally get to this moon. So, how we're going to do this is that I am going to lock it. We're going to engage the autopilot. I'm going to get as close as possible. And then wait. Oh, I see. Okay. We have to retrieve Scout. I got a little too fast there. Okay, let's just ram it. Oh my god, it actually worked. Oh my god, it actually worked. There's a Nomai. There is a Nomai. I have a photo of you because I'm so afraid you're gonna disappear. Oh my god, it's a full Nomai. Oh, and they... Okay, so we have seen their skeletons, and I'm guessing their statues are built off of what they look like inside these suits. So it's so interesting because they look like they're wearing diver suits. I can't do anything with this. All I can do is sit here and take it in. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my friend. I apologize. Oh, and I guess I'm a little afraid. Oh, that wouldn't have worked anyway because, we have an image of them. I have sincerely busted up my ship. Okay, it might have just been the hull that was damaged. I can't do anything. Oh, I wish I could. I don't know, engage in some way. Oh, you can see the bones inside the suit. Ah. What is this? What is this? Solanum. I am here. After watching it wander the skies for so long, I'm about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I will make the remainder of my journey on foot. We don't know why the quantum moon always welcomes its visitors at the south pole, just that it's true. Interesting. As a child, I considered such unknown sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is, and we are. I am ready. So that must be Solanum. Oh! What did I do? Oh, I made it all the way to Brittle Hollow. Oh, but I don't have a ship. Oh, no. I don't think I can get back. Oh, I guess I just, you know, I gotta take this chance and run with it because, I'm not getting back to my ship. I'm not. Oh, which means I gotta be real quick and careful about O2. Ooh, so that's Hollow Lantern. The Southern Observatory. But what was this big thing over here? So why does it warp all the way to Brittle Hollow? The Crossroads. Ha! There's my ship. Hi, ship. I miss you. You made me feel comforted, but you know, now I'm kind of off on my own. Activate the gravity cannon. Call shuttle home. Wait. That's crazy. So... Huh. And I can just call it back, right? That's how this works? Instant recall. That is a black hole. That is a black hole, and something is happening around me. How do I get down to the black hole? I mean, I could jump in the black hole. That is something I could do. I'm already missing my spaceship, so you know. Oh god, that was not intentional. That was not intentional. I wanted to jump and land that. I did not want to actually fall towards the black hole. Where am I even going? I have gotten so off track from what I was trying to do, which literally was just, I could have stayed on track and went back to Giant's Deep, which in the grand scheme of things, maybe that's what I should have done, because now I have opened a whole new world of possibilities and I don't understand any of them. What does this do? Ooh. Okay, and if I were to... I can control the grab. Oh no. Oh, okay, there is a ground. I thought I was just heading straight on down. Okay, I thought I heard something. Gravity cannon. Okay, that's where we came from. Okay, I am not quite sure what these images really mean. Hanging City. Huh? Is this a good idea? Wait. I think... Oh! Oh, here we go. Huh? Okay, this is Riebeck. Oh, you launched. That's great. Good for you. Wow, I guess that... Hey, Riebeck? Hey, Riebeck. The ceiling's falling around us. I guess that means I've been out here for a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but I'm sure you knew that. A lot of history here. It's great. What are you doing here? I'm here to see the Hanging City. That's always been my dream, to see it with my own 4 eyes, and since I was a hatchling. An alien race lived in the solar system long before our species even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only, you've probably heard the others say it, I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anyone that I'm out here. Okay. Do you want to know how I even got this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal. This dumb luck, I landed somewhere my little scout says it's halfway stable instead of being sucked into what's below. I've been gauging the stability of the ground around me using the little scout, and this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity. So I'm just gonna stay here until I'm ready to move on. But that's enough about me and my problems. You didn't come all this way to listen to me blather, did you? That'd be... yeah. I learned something. Oh, cool. I don't even know what I learned. Actually, never mind. I didn't learn anything, apparently. I did go to the moon. That's cool. If you do learn something new about the Nomai, I feel like there's something missing there. Though I'd love to hear it, if you don't mind, I mean. Where should I explore here? Oh, wow, where shouldn't you explore? Not the black hole, actually. That's very no. Which is unfortunate because the most exciting stuff is all below the crust, including the hanging city. That's just north. You can kind of see it from here. There's also the big dome at the South Pole called the Southern Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface, trust me, I tried, but it's like the rest of the Nomai structures here. There's probably a path beneath the crust somewhere. Good luck with exploring. If you learn anything new about the Nomai, I'd love to hear it. If it's not too much trouble. Aww. Me, I'm an archaeologist, remember? Or, the archaeologist, I guess. Seeing as I'm all Timber Hearth Scott right now. Brittle Hollow is rich with Nomai history, that's why I'm here. The planet is an absolute treasure trove of culture, history, and science. If you have any questions about Brittle Hollow Nomai, I'm your Hearthian. Or, I have some knowledge, so maybe I can help? I love you. You're so sweet. Oh my god, everything's just falling into the black hole. But at least Riebeck said this area has some structural integrity. But for how long? The Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Wait. Okay, we're losing a lot of surface area here. I guess that, makes sense. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. I barely dodged that. Okay. Okay. Can I make this without the world falling down on me? Yeah, we're losing a lot of surface area really quick. Welcome to this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are making your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, ascend these stairs and obtain your last knowledge you need for your journey. Already been there. Also, I don't think I can climb this, can I? No. And gravity's a 1.2 here. I'm not going to be able to jump that. Huh. Oh man, you're just, oh god, it's clipping and I'm dying. Never mind, I didn't die. Okay, you know what? At least the name of the planet makes sense. They named it after what it does on the box. It's brittle and hollow. Okay, question is, if I get to Brittle Hollow fast enough, is that vertical walkway usable? Potentially no. Southern Observatory. Am I falling? I'm falling. Wait. Okay, so we came through the white hole. Oh my god. Wait. Ow. So everything that falls through the black hole ends up coming through. Oh my god. No. Please do not freak out right now. Everything that goes through the black hole falls through the white hole. Oh my god, it's so hard to read. Thatch, Plume, Felix, and I have determined an atypical shard of rock is the reason the objects in the grove are behaving in a quantum manner. Okay. The only other object we've observed displaying this quantum behavior is the wandering moon. I imagine the moon's behavior is and the grove are related. Of note, a unique signal is coming from the shard. Curiously, our friend the wandering moon sounds the same. I've also heard the same signal this shard produces calling from Giant's Deep, Timber Hearth, and the Hourglass Twins. Suppose there's other shards like this one. In her note from earlier, Felix mentioned this strange type of rock isn't found elsewhere on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't the original from this planet? Hypothesis: this quantum shard is from the wandering quantum moon, perhaps even a small piece of the moon itself. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I can't see anything, but this might be the opportunity that I needed in order to get into the tower, because I couldn't do it before because the walkway was busted. Okay, as terrified as I am about the fact that I am nowhere near my ship and I'm, you know, running out of fuel kind of quickly. This is so cool. Wait. Am I going the right way? Kind of, sort of. Okay. Let's lock in. Okay. Try not to get dizzy. Oh no, I don't have the shards. And I don't know where they would have ended up. Maybe up here? Ooh, there's something to read here. But I need a wall. I found a wall. Okay. Oxygen detected, that's good. Fuel levels are terrible though. So I might just have to accept that I'm gonna die here. Give me this. Thank you. Okay. I need to take this up here. And I need to get to where I can, I can put it in here. That way I don't lose it. Oh, come on. Match velocity. And stick the landing. If you're here to make your first pilgrimage to the quantum moon, you're almost prepared to set out on this deeply significant journey. Before you do, pause and remember your history. We make this journey not only for ourselves, but also to honor the members of our clan who came before us, those who, after the crash that brought them to the star system, became stranded on Brittle Hollow and Ember Twin, with no communication between the two groups of survivors. The Nomai looked upward for two different planets and saw the same wandering moon visiting their skies. It was this moon, the quantum moon, that kept their curiosity alive during the long period of hardship. After the divided groups were able to reunite, it became our clan's united goal to find and visit the quantum moon. This took time, and many Nomai who dreamed of seeing the quantum moon died before we discovered how to make that journey. When you reach the quantum moon, recall these Nomai and carry their curiosity onward. Wow, why does that make me emotional? Okay, let me read this. Oh, I'm not matching the right velocity. Okay, I got this. Let's get in position where I can read without getting a headache. Welcome, Solanum. Your arrival here means you've completed your preparations on Giant's Deep and are ready to depart to the quantum moon. On your pilgrimage, the quantum moon will carry you, just as it carried me and many of our clan before me, to the moon's sixth and most secret location. You'll be aided in your pilgrimage by the shrine our clan built on the quantum moon, but remember this final rule: to explore the sixth location, the shrine must be on the moon's north pole. Be curious on your journey. Okay. Where did I take my pen? So there's much more to discover on the quantum moon, but I have to get something important to align with the North Pole. Wow, so they spent a number of years separated because of a crash. And then the moon really, I guess, like they said, kept their curiosity going until the two sides were able to once again, you know, figure out space travel or figure out how to utilize the quantum moon so that they could be reunited. Oh, that's insane to think about. I wonder how long they were separated. I mean, I'm sure we'll learn. But But wow, to go on for, you know, probably a number of years, separated from your home solar system and from the rest of your people, and then to eventually, you know, find a way to come back together. Man, I wish I could find, there has to be a tile here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing a tile. So that... Is that Giant's Deep? No, that's Giant's Deep. So that's the quantum moon, which is aligned with the eye of this. Isn't that what they use for the eye of the universe? Okay, you know what? It's okay that I'm losing fuel because I'm about to hit the supernova. Man, there is so much to discover still at Brittle Hollow. We got really lucky, I guess, falling into the black hole alongside the tower, because I don't know, there might be a way in from the roof. Because it looks like the vertical pathway was broken. Okay, there is some type of tile for the tower. Missing tile. It could tell me more. I need to get back to the moon. I need to get back to Giant's Deep. You cannot even fathom the things I have been through, Slate. I fell into a black hole. And then I came out the other side of a white hole. Which I kind of want to do again. Crazy. I really should maybe go to the Quantum Forest or the Quantum Grove and take a signal image of that rock, because I have signal images of the other rock. I need to find that tracking probe, which looks like, based off the image we saw last episode, it looks like the tracking probe module has ended up in the core of Giant's Deep. Which means there's probably a very easy way to get into the core. I just have to figure it out. Quantum signal, okay. Nomad I detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere on the Hourglass Twins. The 6th location. Oh, wait. Quantum Grove. Quantum Shrine. Okay. And then this one is all alone. That's the radio tower. And then this is the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. Brittle Hollow is going to be a headache. Because I had to account for the fact that the crust or the upper part of the planet is actively falling apart. Which, you know, not a terrible thing if I can utilize the black hole the way I just did. All right. With the tracking module having fallen down into Giant's Deep, and it's made it past the current. From the way it looks, it's made it past the current. There is definitely a way into the core of the planet. I just gotta figure out how to do that. Because I can't do what I just did. I can ram myself into atmosphere. I cannot... Oh, and there went one of my islands. I need to find Gabbro. I've seen their campsite before. There we go. Okay, okay. Huh. Okay, we got 2 separate islands. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, that's a tree. That is a tree. Got it. All right. I cannot repair from the inside. I gotta go out. Okay, I saw crystals as well. So let's get the scout launcher really quickly. I cannot go that way. That is a big no-no. Okay. Oh, that's what your instrument sounds like. Hi. It's nice to meet you. Well, it's nice for me to meet him, but yeah, it's nice to see you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. First solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep like dying repeatedly. Oh my god, I am not alone. I don't know, it's pretty weird. How about you? Have you died lately or is it just me? No. It's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking this pretty well. Oh, you know what? What did you think it was? I figured some kind of fidgety time business, but I wasn't really thinking about what's happening in the shape of time, you know? But a loop makes sense here. Let's go with loop for now. It looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell time's going all weird. Tried radioing Hornfelds and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfelds about the loop, they never remember the next one. They never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all my memories from the loop replayed back to me. I'm pretty sure it's related to the big stone Nomai you found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like I'd seen them through my own eyes. Like happening each time I die. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So the glowing statue, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my lead theory, but if you find anything new about the statues and the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, oh my god, oh no, oh no, oh no, did I get cut short? Oh no, oh no. If I don't get back to my ship, gravity is gonna be a nightmare. Crap, readjust. Can I get back in the ship in time? Where's my seat? I don't think I died. Oh no, did that ruin my dialogue? Oh no, Gabbro! Gabbro, I need to continue our conversation. Do you just hang out in the hammock? Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll put you in a trance if you stare long enough. No! Okay, I think I missed something from Gabbro's dialogue. I found something. Nice. What you got for me? I reached inside of Statue Island. So the Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what they're for, but it seems like their sort of thing. Do you think the statues are recording memories then? Because I remember the one on the beach looked at me funny. That must be my memory friend. Okay. So we have a statue and Gabbro has a statue. So we don't know who has the third statue. Money is still on Daz the Nomai. Because no one else... We talked to Riebeck. Riebeck didn't have memory. Who haven't we spoken to? We haven't spoken to Chert. And we don't know what happened to Feldspar. Okay. We have so much we can talk to you about. It is so nice to talk to someone who doesn't think we're crazy. Found out what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Damn it happened again. The cannon that's breaking part at the start of each time loop, for real? Did you figure out why? Too much power. It's kind of scary how much it sounds like something Slater Feldspar would do. Pretty surprised the gnome might build something that actually broke. Come to think of it though, broke might be the wrong word because it looked like the orbital probe cannon still fired successfully at the beginning of each time loop. And we don't know what sends that signal. Okay. Hold up, I want to, oh wait, dang it. I'm not, sorry. I'm not reading this because I clicked the wrong one. Hold up, and now I'm gonna go back and read it. I want to see what happens when we say overenthusiasm. Oh, okay. Same line of thought. I found your quantum poem. The one in the woods, I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It works out good 24 poems. And when I'm done exploring, I want to make some quantum art, like some kind of creature sculpture just like shows up and scares the daylights out of people. That's what the rocks do to me, okay? I like you, Gabbro. You are just enjoying life in your hammock, and none of this is bothering you. Oh, dang it, I clicked the wrong one again. That's why I didn't, okay. I found a photo of you inside the old radio tower, and it scared the crap out of me. Nice. Did I look busy in it? I hope I looked busy. Must have been from Hornfeld sent me out to check the deep space satellite. Though the old spacey might have malfunctioning, but I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. Which is probably how I got the shot of my beautiful bee-helmeted face, right? Oh, that, you know what? That is your helmet. Always thought it was kind of sweet that the best way to find Old Spacey is to use the map that's generated by the satellite itself, isn't it? It's like inviting us to visit. Good old deep space satellite, always making sure we know where we're going. Why'd Hornfelds think it was broken? Don't know. Hornfelds probably told me why, but Hornfelds tells me a lot of things, and sometimes I tune it out. Or pretend there's signal interference and I can't hear them. Best guess says deep satellite must have sent Timber Hearth some weird pictures, but like, what's considered weird for a satellite, you know? Anyway, if you ever want to visit Old Spacey, fastest way to jump in your ship, use the solar map to lock onto the satellite, and same as any astral body. Okay, I actually haven't tried locking on from the map specifically. I want to ask about this again because I just want to know why Old Spacey. I have a map? Actually, I love this one. Yeah, it's one of that standard with all our spacesuits. The one you have at all times and opens at the press of a button. That map. Didn't get conked on the head by a rock or a meteorite or something on your way here, did you? No shame in that. Happens to me all the time. In case you were hit especially hard, don't forget that you can jump into your ship and use your solar system map. I'm kind of curious what'll happen if I just, you know, chill out here. I will probably die because I don't have a hammock. I'm surprised this hammock is working. And like... I could die. Oh, hey! Sweet! No death! I totally thought gravity would kill me. Okay, pretty saucy. All right. Let's continue that line of dialogue, actually. Use your map to lock onto any astral body. It's the easiest way to visit Old Spacey. Okay, I have not tried doing that, actually. And now I want to ask why they call it Old Spacey. I mean, the satellite's not super old, but it's hardly brand new. Old is like a term of affection. You're being very literal-minded about this. Old Spacey likes visitors, you know? Fastest way to find it? Okay, thank you, Gabbro. Where should I explore in Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening in orbit. Okay, gotcha. What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it. Seeing as it's an island where I found a glowing Nomai statue. Get it? It's on the beach of the Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's one of the 2 islands connected by the natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected, you know, you'll see. I love how you literally don't care. What's up with this planet? I know, right? Oh, you meant like tell you about it. Gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current in ways beneath the surface that prevents anything from seeking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past the current. Neither idea worked. As for land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also one with the Nomai statue I saw on the beach. I've seen the cyclones. Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in the water, less likely to kill you. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it in space, I guess. That would be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. I love you. I want to be as unbothered as Gabbro in my life, okay? In my little hammock, in the middle of a quantum time loop, watching the supernova over and over and over again. And you know, you just have to accept fate because you can't control everything. I'm gonna roast a marshmallow here because I feel like I deserve it. Nice. Okay. We got so much more to see here. Oh, hey, toss my ship a little bit. Unidentified signal nearby. Is it a quantum? Okay, we have the... Wait. Oh! It's calling Gabbro the unknown frequency. Hey, Gabbro, I'm just gonna stare at you for a second. That way my computer stops thinking you're an unknown frequency. I hope that's okay with you. All right. Let's see about our next set of islands. We've been to that one. And here. Oh, rotate, rotate, rotate. Okay, the big one hides the quantum tower majig. Okay. Some of our islands, there's 2 islands that I don't think, no. Okay, this is the island I need to get back into. Can I force my way in right off the bat? Oh God, this is kind of how I did it last time, but it's a little tricky this time around. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, I couldn't tell where I was going. Let's open the door. Okay, I was right to assume that this door does not reopen once a new loop starts. That was a question from the last time we were here. Now, the new question is, how the heck do I get up above myself to that ledge right there? Maybe I can wait until the planet has been tossed into orbit? Planet, I keep doing that, and it's gonna keep happening. I'm sorry if that pesters you. It's just the way of life. I wonder if I can springboard myself from my ship to that, because looking at my timer right now, I don't know how much time I actually still have. I do not know how much time I actually still have. I've definitely read this. Man, I kind of need this planet to get picked up by a cyclone. Island. This island to get picked up by a cyclone. That is what I need. But I might not have the time for that. The music's so good. Even as I'm sitting here just kind of waiting for a cyclone. Can I force a cyclone? I know. Just waiting for a cyclone to hopefully pick up this island and send us into orbit. It's just like a light little piano melody. But I don't know, there's a curiosity to it. Gabbro said... Okay, we're up. We're up, and this is lit. So what does this... Oh, okay, it's a gravity chamber. Oh, that's so smart. So when we're forced back down, we shouldn't break anything. Genius. Okay, let's read. I'm curious, is sending a being's memories back in time the same as sending the being itself back in time? As an example, if we were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence. Good question. I imagine they're two different actions. Wouldn't both actions be effectively the same? Not particularly. Suppose the time was being rewritten. I believe this is different than receiving memories from what is effectively the future. But isn't the end result identical in either case? Not really. And that would be the difference between a casual loop and a non-casual loop. Because it's hard to imagine that you can send someone either their essence or their memory back in time and have them not do something that affects the future, right? It's hard to imagine that. But then, oh my God, what is it? It's not string theory. That's something else. There is a theory for that. And the best way I can explain it without remembering the name of it is essentially, I think my ship is locked in place or busted. Oh no, I'm good. Can I make my way out of here, or do I just have to? Okay, the hull is damaged. Okay, wait. Yep, that was a terrible way to navigate that. Okay. The best way I can explain it is there is a theory that if you know the future and you try to go back in time to prevent the future, what you actually do is carry out the steps that caused that particular future to happen in the first place. If that even makes sense. Trying to think what book I was thinking of. I'm trying to think of something that won't be a spoiler for like a franchise that someone might want to get into. I'm about to hit the supernova. Okay. The best way I can explain what I just said is, let's say, morbidly, your parents just died, and you're able to go back in time in an attempt to prevent your parents from dying. You do something differently than what happened in the, like, reality where your parents died. And then when you go back to, or when you're in the future quantum state and you think that you've changed time, your parents still end up dying. Like, you have still caused, that's a completely different phenomenon, actually. Man, I need to find my old, like, little books, because I'm just waiting for the supernova to happen, because I want to engage with things here, but also I know I'm gonna have to get to this island again, essentially. This is it. We finished building the orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, this is the construction yard. My gratitude for your tireless work. I have given up hope and truly believe the cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Are going to Galatians with us, love. I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mello and Evans behave together, Dad, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Ooh, I don't know, brothers. Evans and his spouse. No, right at the end there. I should have read rather than ranting, but I will go back to that area because there's a lot more there. But essentially, I got off track by two different theories that I kind of rammed together, and they all end up falling into like multiple reality theory and the idea that a bunch of realities kind of sit on top of each other separated by frequencies. But one kind of falls in line with a book series that's really popular called Outlander. It's like a romance series about going back in time. But essentially, when the main character goes back in time, and I'm going to try to explain this in as vague process as I can, that way if anyone gets into it, they can still enjoy it, because it actually is it's a decent book series. I kind of stopped watching the show though. But the main character has knowledge of wars that are going to happen in our timeline because she lived during, I believe, World War I. I think World War I. Anyway, she gets sent way back in time, and she has the ability to change, or she hopes that she has the ability to change a past war that has taken place that is really important to another country in their timeline, and her actions in attempt to stop that war from taking place in another country is actually what caused that war and that outcome that she knew from her own history in her own timeline. So she couldn't change the future there at all. And then the other theory that I was thinking of that's more in line with what I said about, if you know your parents are going to die and you try to stop it, and then you go and you do something that still causes them to die potentially in a different way, that's like the movie Time Machine, if anyone's ever seen that. That's like an older movie, but I actually watched it recently, and it was quite interesting in the way it handled time travel. But yeah, welcome to my ranting sessions. If you're new here. Bam. Okay. We need to find the island we were just on. Okay, sweet. It stays kind of close to Gabbro's island. So let's land the ship. Oh, that's a little messy. But we did it. Okay, right off the bat, we're making great timing. Okay, let's go back and read what we kind of lost out on here. And then we do have 2 cyclone points for in case the cyclones hit us, which they definitely will. If I know my brother Evans and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Evans and Mello a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. And they still managed to overshoot that. Okay. Let's see. We do. Ooh, look at the model of the cannon. Okay. Let's make our way this way. Whoop, nice. Okay. So that's everything we kind of already know about the orbital cannon. 3 minutes, 11 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the orbit probe cannon. Okay. We still don't know what triggers the probe launch. Oh, and this is the same viewing point as what we had inside the probe cannon. Okay. So that's good. We've seen that. This is new. I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. Hope you're pulling my locomotive. Okay, we've read this one too. Is there anything that possibly branches off and becomes new here, though? Also, I love that their writing is different colored to show like who is who. Okay, there's something on the other side of that. Okay. I want to go, but I'm hesitant because I don't know where the cyclones are. I also cannot look up. I need to look down, otherwise I am going to get vertigo. Okay, there's a tile right over there. Ooh, and I'm about to get... Yep, saw that coming. I think I can make it. Come on, come on. Bam! That is expert piloting right there. Okay, this is a tile for Brittle Hollow. I can tell because it's all broken up and it gives me anxiety looking at it. I'm really lucky I didn't step out when I did. Okay, I think now we're good. All right, gotta get this back to the other side. Wait for the water. Okay. Let's see what this has on it. Okay, this is for Brittle Hollow. Projection stone. Ooh. Okay, we have 2 cyclones turning in opposite directions. Okay, Gabbro was right. If you stare at it for too long, you get confused. 2 cyclones turning in opposite directions. Is that important? Okay, I've read that. Coney, Daz, and I were lifting the orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank beneath the current. Cassava convinced me to try not to recreate the phenomenon myself using other components, but were curious to know what happened. Could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spare construction, a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow Southern Observatory, reveals how the object might sink below the current. Okay, so I might have to go to Brittle Hollow. Connoy, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface of the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are 2 trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and one at the Quantum Tower of Knowledge. Okay. Should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Let me see this again. Okay. They built that diagram to explain the potential current phenomenon, which makes me... Oh God, am I getting picked up? I think I'm getting close to it. I need to get back to the ship. What happens if I go... Okay, not really much. It just is a circle. So if they built... Huh. If they built the orbital... That word, I know it's orbital. Why does orbitable sound so much easier? It's like so much easier to say, or my brain, for whatever reason. If they built the components here, and then one sank beneath the surface, does that mean I can leave my ship somewhere in here, and then maybe we'll sink too? Perhaps not, though. That doesn't... It's got to be something with the cyclones. Because there's 2 model cyclones, and they go in different directions. So is there... Okay, first, let's do a control. If I go inside a cyclone... Oh, nothing happened. Curious. If I go inside this cyclone, I get pushed into atmosphere. That makes sense. Okay. Let's ram back in. I'm probably gonna fall into another cyclone. Nope, close enough though. Okay, I'm trying to get to where I can see a good majority of them. Is there any of them that kind of go in a different direction? Oh my god, the longer you stare at them, the harder it is. I think so. Do you go in a different direction? You do. You do. That is the secret. Okay. It's a current thing. Obviously. This whole planet has current issues. Okay. First off. Ooh. Oh, wait, it bounced. Did it bounce? Okay. It got an electric shock that sent it away. Oh, wait, let me call that back. Okay, but Feldspar managed to do it without getting electrocuted. So this is the core, and we can get inside it if we are to believe what Feldspar said. Oh, look at that jellyfish. I love jellyfish. I really want to touch that jellyfish. I really want to touch that jellyfish. Because the tops of the jellyfish should not carry electrical current. I really want to touch the core, but that sounds like a bad idea. Okay, so the jellyfish will rise and sink. I'm gonna touch it. I really want to touch it. My jellyfish-loving brain needs to touch it. Woo! Okay, I got what I wanted. Repair the electrical systems that were damaged. Oh god, I have to get out to do that, don't I? Okay, how do I? Okay, found it. Oh. There we go. Huh. I'm so mad. I want to touch it again. Come here, little jelly. Come here, jelly, jelly, jelly. I feel like Dory in Finding Nemo. She gets electrocuted, you know, but that's not the point of my story. Touch it. Oh god. And that's okay. Because I lived. Oh my god, I need to grab my ship before it gets pulled and I can't get back to it. Go, 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 go. Bam. Okay. All right. Let's try the scout again. It's just a bunch of electrical coral. How did Feldspar do this? I might have to go to Brittle Hollow and get the full rundown because we figured out how to bypass the current. That was step 1. And now the question is, how do you bypass the electrical current? Ooh. Why does it leave a little red opening when the jellyfish goes back in? And can I take advantage of that? I'm gonna figure out how to get in this core. I am. Is it? Ooh, I wonder if the signal scope can tell me anything. Not really. It just picks up on the island shard. Let's see what we can learn here, because I can't have that much more time on the clock, so no pain, no gain at this point. I still... because I can't think of any way that you can force your way through. Because if you try to push your way in, you're just gonna bonk and get pushed away like a magnet. So I do wonder... Okay, wait. So you can pass through when there is a red space. You create your own little space there. Ooh, dang it. That is not how we do that. That is not how that works. All right. My Finding Nemo adventure might be over for right now because that is not how we should be doing that. I guess next step is Brittle Hollow. Because I think I have checked out all the islands here. I wonder if I can tell Gabbro about the jellyfish in the core, even though dude probably does not care. Likely does not care. Oh, you know what though? This validates the random stuff that he might have said about tentacles. This validates the random... No, I should not touch the tentacles. That is a bad idea, Sin. I'm just gonna hang out with you for a second while we, we're spacefaring. I think Gabbro had a new line of dialogue too. Ooh, I should have healed. Hopefully, landing doesn't kill us. Okay, hello again. How do you stay so calm in the face of repeated impending death? Deep breaths. No, seriously, I meditate. Want me to teach you? It'll be the next loop before you know it. Sure, why not? It is about to be the next loop. Okay, close your eyes. I love Gabbro. I'm convinced they called them Gabbro because Gabbro's a bro, you know? Oh my god, you literally can just... I just meditated into the next cycle. Which is fine, because this cycle was ending anyway. I need to figure out the jellyfish thing. Because there's got to be a way to bypass that electrical field. I just don't know how to do it. But that will likely take us into Brittle Hollow. Hey, I just want you to know I'm out here doing cool stuff. You know? I just want you to know I'm out here observing the phenomenons of the universe. Oh my god, I need to go back to the quantum moon too. Can't forget about that. And the quantum moon actually might jumpstart us straight over to Brittle Hollow. Ugh, but the problem with that is that Brittle Hollow is brittle and it's on its own kind of clock, basically. Because it seems like we can lose ground. Oh, that is our satellite. That's old spacey. Okay. I think I'm going to lose you behind Giant's Deep before I can... Nope, we're good. Okay, engage the autopilot. We're gonna wait for the launcher. Okay. Continue the autopilot. And the rule here is that we need to get the 6th location to show up on the North Pole. Okay, let's match velocity. Oh god, okay. Oh, this looks completely different. But there's Solinum's ship. which let's not engage with that right now because it'll likely stay there. And don't accidentally go outside of orbit, please. Ooh. Okay. You know what? You're new. Okay, my line of thought is that the quantum moon takes on qualities from whichever planet it is closest to, and that is why we have a vortex. Whereas the other time, it looked completely different. Okay. So the 6th location is the eye of the universe. And that only happens if we get everything to the North Pole? You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Recall the rule of the 6th location. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement. Okay. So how would we begin to get the quantum moon in position for the 6th location? How would that work? Trying to think. All right, we're gonna use this to jumpstart our trip to Brittle Hollow. Okay, this is Solanum. Where was I that I landed on the quantum moon and we found Solanum's body? Because that's also important. Okay, this should take me, I should be in Brittle Hollow. Sweet, okay. Southern Observatory. And I've distanced myself from my ship again. And you know what? That's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. Okay. Southern Observatory. Let's see if we can get where we want to go quick enough before we lose ground on this planet. Does it split? And I have to, oh, I might have to jump out. Okay, whoo. I don't know if I went the right way. Okay. Do not fall into the black hole. Please. Okay. Okay, I am heading south. All right, I gotta remember I have a little global map there. Nice. Okay, these are great. Okay, there's a wall walk right there, which I think I need to go ahead and do before I potentially lose the ground I'm standing on. Oh, no, 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 no. What is in front of me? Wait, no. Dang it, I was so close. Okay, but I know how to do it now. Okay, I haven't been here though, so you know, not a real loss. What is that? Okay, pieces of Brittle Hollow that have gotten knocked loose. Oh, 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 nope, 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 nope. Please don't do that. Please don't overshoot. Oh, I'm low on O2 as well. Well, not low on O2, but you know, not great on O2. Oh, sweet. Okay, the game knows exactly what I needed. Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to Brittle Hollow. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. A tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body, in this case, Brittle Hollow. You must be standing in the warp platform on the floor during alignment to be warped. If you look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. Okay, so that must be how we get realigned. Ooh, I got a tablet. Do I have somewhere I can read this tablet? Wait. Ember twin projection wait, oh no, my bad, put that back. Woo! Oh, well. I made it back to Brittle Hollow. I don't think I was done. I don't think I was done there, but I get to keep the tablet. Ooh. Warp station charge. Step onto the warp receiver in the platform to activate the warp return. Departure time. Arrival time. It is fractions of a second off. Feldspar spare jet. Okay. It's annoying to scrap across the planet to the ship if you can't use my jetpack, so I'm leaving this here. I checked with my little scout. I do too use it, Hornfelds, you burnt marshmallow. And the scout's integrity reading said that a piece of Brittle Hollow is as stable as any, but who knows? If the fuel's still around, feel free to use it. If not, well, whatever you're reading this note, I'm sure you got bigger problems. All right, well, Feldspar made it this far. I think Feldspar kind of made it everywhere, it seems like. Oh! I am in a hole. That was unintentional. Hanging city below. Oh, but I can't go that way, can I? Because the flow is different. Our friends on Brittle Hollow. I just warped here from White Hole Station. On the other side of Brittle Hollow's black hole, our design worked. We successfully recreated warp travel. I don't know how close it is to Anona's original design, but as long as we built works, then I'm delighted. I knew we could do it. Cassava, I hope you're reading this. Wait, this can't be correct. Clary, have you seen those readings? If they're accurate, they would violate casualty. There must be equipment error somewhere. I'm returning to the Whitehall Station. If you and Root meet me there, we can run a full diagnostic, hopefully locate the problem. Don't tell Cassava. This wonderful news. I can't wait to see the warp tower, although it's been a long time since I jumped through a black hole. How many black holes have you jumped through? Okay, it violates casualty. Causality? I didn't read that clear enough, apparently. Could be either. Let me read this. Rami and I reviewed the records you sent, Poke, and they appear to show Nomai or arriving warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from Whitehall Station. I understand it's exceedingly odd, but Clary and I have tested and retested the equipment, and the result is the same. Every time someone warps, the arrival is internally minuscule, roughly 100 of a thousandth of a second. Do you suppose our instrument can't accurately measure time in such a small degree? I've already told Rami these measurements can't be accurate. How can Nomai arrive on Brittle Hollow before he or she steps into the teleporter? The implications are absurd. Poke, as Pi is confident that the reading is inaccurate, she kindly helped me attempt to recreate the phenomenon at the High Energy Lab. We're designing an experiment to take more data. Update, Poke, the High Energy Lab is in the canyon on Ember Twin Equator. Come here at once, you need to see this. Oh, I don't disagree. It would mean I've inadvertently broken several fundamental theories regarding this universe. We would have to reconsider all our beliefs about the nature of time. Yes, I hope so too. So they understood warp travel, but time travel was new to them. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I have not been to the Twins. And it looks like there's a lot going on here. Hi, friend. How are you? Okay, I have not been to the Twins. What is up here? Ooh, careful? Got it. Okay, don't overshoot. Anyone who's observed the phantom moon sometimes greets us in the night sky. Your thoughts interest me. I'm interested in your playful moon. It is much like its violent friend Hollow's lantern. This moon isn't volcanic to my unaided eyes. Sometimes it leaves its friend Hollow Lantern for nights at a time. The nights the moon circles the planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. Imagine if it were 2 volcanic moons. I'd imagine there'd be none of us left. Hypothesis, there can exist too much lava. I strongly prefer we test the null hypothesis. I compliment your eyes. How can you imagine it disappears? Hypothesis, it could shift in the light spectrum. Suppose the moon is too shy to show us its face. That's cute. Okay. So that's Hollow's lantern. I am curious if it is possible to land on Hollow's lantern, though that's likely a very bad idea. Likely quite a bad idea. Okay, I am not sure what the best course of action is because I am halfway on fuel and what is that? Halfway on oxygen. So I might as well enjoy my continued journey and hope that the parts that I'm walking on do not fall into the black hole. Well, if they do, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we'll come out on the other side of the white hole, but I am gonna try to land on that moon. You know what? I don't see anywhere I could land on that moon, but it doesn't mean I won't try. Unidentified signal nearby. Ooh. Okay, oxygen, perfect. Escape pod number 1, distress beacon. Thatch, is everyone unharmed? No one is badly injured from the escape pod's impact. We're incredibly fortunate. This is good news, at least. Have you heard from escape pod 2 or escape pod 3? No, I'm unable to make contact. My equipment can't hear the other 2 escape pods' distress signals, however. Can hear them. Okay, that's good. If there's any comfort, both pods must be structurally intact. I'll continue calling for them. My gratitude, if we can. Thatch, the moon is approaching again. Everyone brace yourself swiftly. The volcanic moon has returned. Be cautious of falling ash and debris. I believe the moon is past. The planet doesn't appear eager to have guests. We are certainly unwelcome on its surface. We need to find shelter and quickly. The volcanic moon won't be gone long. I observed several promising sites below the surface. We need to construct a way for everyone to climb safely down the cliff, perhaps to build platforms. Let's see about this. Ooh. Oh, God. That could have hit me. That hit something. Didn't hit me, though. Okay. What is this? Alert. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Launching escape pod 3. Launching escape pod 2. Now launching escape pod 1. Escape pod 1, vessel is mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated, awaiting departure from vessel. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Minor structural instabilities detected. Pockets of breathable air detected. Adequate solar energy detected. Verdict hospitable. Oh, wow. Okay. Wait, what does that say? Emergency escape hatch. Oh. Y'all didn't leave out this way? Curious. All right, I don't trust any of these platforms, but, you know, I might as well. Use caution. The black hole sleeps below. You must not slip. Wow, so the whole time they were on this planet, which was a while in order to build some of these structures, they had to deal with Hollow's lantern above them and then the black hole below them, which once again, just my luck. Oh, wow. That everything seems to be coming to a head just as I am exploring. Of note, be sure not to wander far from here. Though this area is somewhat stable, it's safer than any we found so far. The temporary settlement is finished, but remember to be cautious of falling rocks and dust created by the meteor impacts. Oh, there's another Eye of the Universe. This knowledge is too dear to lose. Here is everything we can recall about the signal we encountered aboard the vessel. The signal is older than the universe itself. This is the most significant detail. No Nomai clan has ever encountered anything like it. How can anything in this universe be older than the universe itself? Imagine what rare and profound knowledge it might offer. We must find the Eye of the Universe. The signal looked like an eye, round with a circle in the center, much like a pupil. Suppose the signal was looking for something. Ah, so it would be the origin of this universe. And you know, theoretically, it would be the end of one universe and then the start of another. Or that's potentially what it could be trying to tell me. Okay, this is a dead end. Oh, I see a tree. Okay. I'm losing where I was just standing. Can't go up. Can't continue to kind of go down, though. Ooh. Wait. Okay, that's the Eye of the Universe signal. That must have been their vessel. Oh. Okay. So they flew near Brittle Hollow? Or maybe they are what brought the seed of Brittle Hollow into this galaxy. No, because there's the ship and there's... Okay, this is one of the escape pods. This is Brittle Hollow. That is what we just found because there were 3 of them. Another escape pod made it to one of the twins. And then a third escape pod doesn't seem to have potentially made it out of Brittle Hollow. I can't understand, why did the vessel crash in that place? We warped to follow what curious signal from the Eye of the Universe. Where we arrived was wrong. It wasn't where we tried to go. Suppose it wasn't the problem with the vessel, but with our destination. I'm afraid for our friends in Escape Pod 3. Was the vessel unwell in some way? No, Anona and I checked before the warp, and the warp core and navigation systems were both well. So the Eye of the Universe signal... Am I falling, or no, that other tower's falling? Ooh, there's something over there. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back here. So much more exploration is gonna have to be done here in Brittle Hollow. Okay, so they warped from one galaxy here because of the signal of the Eye of the Universe, but then it took them directly into Brittle Hollow. Well, not really. Somehow Brittle Hollow reached out and latched onto them. Curious. 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. I mean, you know what? You kind of got to accept your death. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Oh, there's a tree here. Okay. We can hear the escape pod's distress signals, which gives us hope. Folly, are you still there? Still here. I'm unsure how to survive in this place without you. I'm unsure how to be me without you. Aw. Yeah, because they were, oh my God, separated for we don't actually know how long yet. Oh, and the music has gotten so somber. That's crazy. So following the signal of the eye of the universe took them within range of... have I been calling it Brittle Hollow? It's called Dark Bramble. My bad. It's called Dark Bramble. So is Dark Bramble putting off the eye of the universe signal and is potentially, because we know the Dark Bramble seeds are invasive and potentially very hostile. Because Dark Bramble wasn't even originally like that. It became like that after a seed took root in its core, which is what is happening to our planet at this given moment. Okay, I'm kind of just waiting for the universe to, you know, collapse on me again because... Ooh. Well, thank you, Gabbro. Because I'm stuck here. I mean, unless I jump into the black hole, I'm stuck here. Okay, so now, thanks to Gabbro, I can restart cycles. Okay, so I need to go to the Hourglass twins, Ash and Ember. There is something in the core of Ember that they were talking about that has to do with them discovering quantum time travel. And then Ash Twin, hi Moon, Ash Twin is the one that has some type of chamber that they created. Okay. And based off my other theory, theoretically, the quantum moon has 6 states. Well, that's not really a theory. They kind of already talked about that. And the 6 states of the quantum moon are based off of where the quantum moon is sitting in this galaxy at any given time. And then the moon will take on qualities from the planet it's close to. So I want to see about getting to the moon when it is not near Giant's Deep, and then when it's also not near Timber Hearth. Okay, let's see what this does. Ooh. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, not good. Yep, that is exactly what happens. Because now it's completely different. So this is it taking on qualities from the Hourglass. Oh. So where all does it go and where all have we tried? Okay, this is the Hourglass. We've definitely done Giant's Deep before, and I think we've done it when it's near Timber Hearth because that's where all the trees were and that's where Solanum's body is, which I would actually like to get back to. So we haven't done Brittle Hollow, and I don't think I've seen it close to Dark Bramble actually. That's curious. Wait. So that's Solanum's body, right? So does Solanum have a dead body in every quantum state of this moon? That is curious. I didn't find Solanum's body. Can I even get to the North Pole from here? No, wait. Yep, it has to be the North Pole. Which I might not be able to based on these ridges, because if I go any higher, I'm gonna end up outside orbit. Man, okay. And if I take the rocket, I'm gonna end up right back on Brittle Hollow, which is something that I want to do, but I kind of want to explore more of Brittle Hollow when I have my ship available to me. So I'm going to have to land the ship on Brittle Hollow, as opposed to using the Quantum Moon as a shortcut. Oh, my landing gear is damaged. You know what? Who needs landing gear? All right, where did she come from? Where did she go? Cotton Eye Joe. I don't want you there. I want you... I don't want it attached to the twins. Okay. Oh, you know what? My autopilot might be busted. All right. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. And by that, I mean terribly. Okay, everything about this is a bad idea. Everything about this is a bad idea, because there's literally no way for me to... I mean, I guess I could navigate it. But I'm definitely gonna end up going back into the sun. Yeah, I'm totally gonna accidentally fly myself into the sun if I do this. Oh, wait. I might just be able to make this work. If I can. Oh, okay, luckily I have a photo. No, okay. I'm just gonna keep accidentally slingshotting myself until I end up in the sun, which is definitely what is happening. Oh, hey! I was not as close to the sun as I thought it was. Okay. I think I'm gonna restart this loop, that way I have an undamaged spacecraft. I want to try landing one more time on the moon. And I'm trying to think... I think Brittle Hollow is the one quantum state for the moon that I haven't tried yet. That and Dark Bramble. Because I don't care to do it with Giant's Deep again. And Giant's Deep we're still not done with, because I still need to figure out how to get into the core, which is what the Southern Observatory in Brittle Hollow was for. Okay. I was like, why? Which thread of thought? Ah, and you're exactly where I want you to be. Aren't you beautiful? Okay. Let's launch it. That way I don't accidentally lose it behind Brittle Hollow at any point. What was I saying? Oh, I was trying to remember which thread of thought is how I figure out how to get into the center of Giant's Deep. And it's going to be through using Brittle Hollow. Okay. We're just gonna have to crash land again. Ooh, and there's Solem's body again. Interesting how our probe always lands next to their body. Every single time. Okay. And there's the tower. Which we don't really need to access again, but why is Solinum's ship not showing up here? Okay. Well, that was one of my experiments. Yeah, crazy how the probe will land where Solinum is. Okay. Southern Observatory. And then there's our little rock formation. And I believe this is the quantum tower. So I think we're on the wrong pole. Yep, because there is, I'm guessing this is probably the South Pole. And that is going to be Riebeck's ship. Riebeck. I'm here. I did it. I put the ship down safely. In that the ship went down and I didn't sustain any bodily harm. A few minor repairs, and it's like the ship never hit those rocks. One of my better attempts, Feldspar would have barely laughed at me, I bet. It's good news and bad news. I haven't found a way inside the structure yet. The door is broken, and I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I have found a different entrance by now if there was one. Probably. I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins to the equator to try to find a way down. Okay, that was definitely Riebeck. Okay. Funny how I can't enter anyone else's ship and like mess around with their stuff. I've yet to see the quantum moon around Dark Bramble. And I don't know if that is important to something. Because that could have something to do with the 6th location. Okay, opens the construction yard, current discovery, Whitehole Station, high energy labs. Escape pods. Okay. All right. Let's see. So the quantum signal we still have not figured out. Okay. You know what? We need to likely find the quantum shards on all of our known planets. So I have one for Timber Hearth, I have one for Giant's Deep, and I have one for Brittle Hollow. So that means I am missing Ash Twins and probably Dark Bramble. Dark Bramble likely has one. Do I want to go to Dark Bramble? Not particularly, but I think I may have to. I, for the sake of time, actually am going to meditate into the next loop. Because I want to be able to get over to Brittle Hollow and do a full round of exploration, or as much exploration as I can before we start losing ground on Brittle Hollow. I'm trying to remember where I was when I almost got to the Southern Observatory. I think it was wherever I was that I warped in from the quantum moon. So that is likely going to be a good portion of the next episode. I am going to pause in order to save time for myself. A good portion of the next episode is likely going to be us going through Brittle Hollow and trying to figure out how to get to the Southern Observatory, because that is going to teach us how to get through Giant's Deep. And then there is the Hanging City is there, which I don't think we've been able to navigate the interior of Brittle Hollow just yet. And I do want to go back after we've learned a couple more things and talk to Riebeck, because we've been able to tell Gabbro all these different things, which we have a different relationship with Gabbro because they are also experiencing the quantum loop with us, which is great to have someone who, you know, knows you're not crazy. Even though Gabbro, I think they named them Gabbro because Gabbro's a bro and Gabbro cannot be bothered with the death of the universe right now. They're very happy in their hammock. But I do want to go back and talk to Riebeck. And then I have still not spoken to Chert. And I believe Chert, the only place Chert can be is on the Hourglass Twins, because Feldspar, who we still have not discovered the mystery of Feldspar. Feldspar is likely still alive, but is in Dark Bramble. Everything is slowly but surely coming together. I still have many, many more things I want to do. We do have to do probably a couple loops of Brittle Hollow in order to see everything before everything falls into the black hole. And then I do want to look at the White Hole Station again. We have not been to the Hourglass Twins at all. And we also have not been to Dark Bramble. And then additionally, there is the Solar Station, the big station that is orbiting the sun. I would like to go to that. And there is one other thing. Oh, wait, I need to put on my spacesuit in order to see the map. This, the interloper. I want to see exactly what that is, because I assume, like everything else, we can land on it, but we haven't attempted it. Oh my God, is that the probe? Oh, that is the probe. Oh my God, I don't think I would ever catch that thing in time. It's worth trying, though. We might give that a go at some point or the other. And then I do wonder if there's any benefit to attempting to land on Hollow's lantern. It's fully volcanic, so if we die, we die. But I mean, it's not like we don't have infinite tries at this point. And the quantum moon, I wonder if I can trick the quantum moon into pairing itself with Dark Bramble. Kind of like how we did with the lights when it was teaching us about quantum imaging. If we have all of the planets within eyesight, the quantum moon has nowhere to go but Dark Bramble. It's going to show up at Hollow's lantern or not. Okay. That is how I'm going to have to do that. Because as far as I have been paying attention, I have not seen the quantum moon go towards Dark Bramble at its own volition. It usually tries to circle Brittle Hollow Timber. It does everywhere but Dark Bramble. And I think that is part of the mystery and the puzzle that they were trying to teach us when we were first taught quantum imaging using the lights. It's gonna be a little bit before I'm comfortable trying that, because there's other things I definitely want to do before I commit to more of the quantum moon stasis. So we know of 5 stasis that the quantum moon can be in. The Dark Bramble variation is the only one we haven't tried. I don't know what triggers the 6th stasis, or like what it would even be orbiting unless it's orbiting the sun. So many curiosities, so little time, but I'm gonna have to end this episode here because I have been going for quite some time, and I am getting to the point now where I would like to start every episode on a new loop if I can, which obviously I can because Gabbro taught us how to meditate. So that is what I'm going to do. We still have so many mysteries yet to solve, and I do hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you join me again, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon for more Outer Wilds. Bye now.